Hello everybody, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and today going to discuss out of my league. It can't be, because you are the league that everything exists in. You are the awareness that everything literally exists in. That was kind of the baseline of the questions that were popping into Facebook and YouTube comment section and things like that, right? So we often describe our circumstances as if they have power to define what can or can't happen, as if this current version of reality is the limit. But that's never true. The simplest thing is to start with the knowing of yourself first. When you truly know yourself as awareness, not as the body, not as the thoughts, not as the emotions, you realize that everything you experience unfolds from within you, within your awareness. It unfolds within your awareness first. The 3D doesn't necessarily have anything to do with you yanking it into it. Even your imagining, your self-concept is coming from a knowing first. Your physical body just exists within you, showing you as a reflection what it is you're consciously choosing to be aware of. So your partner, every possible version of them, every possible version of you exists within you. Your family, your culture, your history, even the world's rules, all exist within your very own awareness of it. They exist in infinite ways, right? That's what seek first the kingdom of God really points to. It's not about going somewhere or getting something. It's about realizing that all things already exist within your awareness, within you. The added part is not the object, it's the understanding. I'll say this again. Seek first the kingdom of God, and all things shall be added to you. The added part is not the object. It is the added awareness of already having whatever it is you desire, because you already have it. So, number one, the end already exists. When someone says, it's not possible because of money, my parents wouldn't allow that. Remember, that version of them, that belief, that circumstance, all of it exists within your awareness. Nothing matters except who you know yourself to be. You don't have to figure out how something will happen, because the how is irrelevant. You couldn't figure it out even if you wanted to. There's an infinite number of ways. How would you know which one it's going to be? You have no idea. The end already exists. And you are the one choosing which version of the end you are aware of right now. So ask yourself, what am I choosing to be aware of? Not what someone else believes, not what the situation appears to be, just what you as awareness are identifying as real right now. What are you going to choose to be aware of as real right now? Choose your end, embody your end, experience your end. Know that what it is you are knowing is already done. Otherwise, how could you possibly be knowing it over and over and over again were it not done? How do you watch a movie halfway? It has to be made fully for you to even watch it halfway, right? So, number two, the stream of desire. We often believe that some desires contradict others. The wanting, the freedom, the clashes with wanting commitment, and the wanting one person means you can't want any other experiences. A question often comes up is like, can I date someone casually? The casual dating is you bringing that to you. The commitment dating is you bringing that to you. All of it just exists right now. So it's complete freedom to do, be, and have whatever it is you want. But you choosing from your end means you're choosing a life stream that included everything that you are experiencing. Remember, that's how this works. All of it exists now, but the timeline of the unfolding is your higher self unfolding your desires for you. But you are the one choosing them. Remember, God always says yes. You are the one that decides no or yes. God's saying no to both. God's saying no to your yes. God is saying yes to your no. God is saying yes to your yes. God only says yes. God never denies. Obviously, you don't want to endlessly spend your time with casual relationships. You want to choose the version of yourself, and you do choose the version of yourself with your specific person, going on in and as that life. Or maybe you did that already and you want to experience something else. All of it's perfect, all of it's done, all of it exists within inside you. All desire comes from one continuous stream, your own being expressing itself, right? Contradiction only appears when you try to separate these desires into an imaginary timeline. Because this exists, that can't exist. Because I want this now, this can't happen first. This must happen first for that to happen second. You see how we create like this non-existent timeline of events that we somehow imprison ourselves in, when the prison is of our own making. You don't have to actually do anything about it. Reality is not linear. It's not a line. It is a circular experiencing of who you are. Right here, right now. Desire is timeless. It's all happening right now. You can walk through a mall, a park, a city feeling utterly fulfilled because you simply choose to identify as that version of yourself who already is. Number 3. This idea of being in love with reality, because it gets a little confusing. You also hear things like, oh, be in love with your specific person, love your specific person. And you say, how can I be imagining or even experiencing being with someone casually, or not being with anybody, and then trying to love my specific person or being in love with them? I don't understand. But what does it mean to be in love? Being in love means being in love with you, yourself, as reality, and experiencing your reality. So obviously, imagining yourself in your end, you are going to imagine the version of you who is in and experiencing love with your specific person. Your physical self is in the reality created of love, where you love that person and that version of them loves you. And you are experiencing that with anyone and everyone simultaneously. Maybe one scene shows you in a casual situation. The desire pops up, nothing to be guilty or ashamed of, and nothing to regret either. Another shows you in the fullness of your desired end. This entire stream of living a life together, right? Penthouse, mansion, apartment, house, family, no family, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? The specific person, the feeling of complete love, all of it comes from you knowing yourself as love and being in love with your experiencing of reality. They are not separate scenes competing for your attention. Kind of are, actually, right? They are different expressions of the same wholeness. So even though you are experiencing yourself in a casual relationship or any relationship or just imagining anything, what you are doing is imagining from a certain self-concept. Like, regardless of who and what I am imagining, I am the version of myself I desire to be, which is fulfilled, which is chosen, which is love and is in love. I am in love with my experiencing of reality, and that's my reality. Because your fulfillment isn't conditional. You're not waiting for someone to say, I love you, and then you're going to imagine loving them. No. You're going straight to your end as the version of you desire to be and letting your imaginational awareness reflect it. It's a recognition that your past, your present, the future, all unfolding, all exist right now in your awareness. So whatever past you feel, whatever present you are feeling, whatever future you are imagining, all of it's imagined, but you are imagining it from right now without a gap in any of these, because you are embodying every moment, remembering yourself in the knowing I am love and I am chosen. So wherever you plop yourself in awareness, as awareness, you remember, hey, you know what, this no longer serves me, this specific part of reality where I wasn't chosen. This is no longer who I am. I'm choosing something else. Even if it's here, like, you know what, yes, I am how I desire to be right here. I'm going to live from and as this identity. So you're not waiting for fulfillment. You are fulfillment observing its endless reflections, because you are reflecting it endlessly anyway. And number 4, the billboard and the reflection. You might see some beautiful, attractive person to you, right? on a screen, in an ad, passing by, you work with them, they live next to you, whatever. And the feeling of that kind of flickers in and out. They are out of my league. Then you catch your own reflection. Notice your outfit, your face, your small things. Your mind labels imperfect. And the thought arises, why would someone like that look at me? And then you realize, hey, that's just a thought. You can justify why it can't happen. And here's the thing, you can spend an eternity justifying why it can't happen. You can even justify why it can happen. Either way, you're swinging in the illusion of I am not trying to justify it, or I am, and then trying to come up with reasons as to how you can make that justification more real. But either way, you are conditioning what you are imagining, instead of just saying, regardless of what I think, regardless of what I feel, and I am feeling the emotion of it, I'm looking at the reality of it as the reality of it. It's unconditional and I'm looking at it. I'm the one conditioning it with these endless thoughts and feelings, but not necessarily conditioning it with them, believing that they are true and I need to do something about them. The truth is infinitely simpler. Whatever I am aware of, as in this image of whatever it is I'm aware of, already exists because it must, otherwise I couldn't be aware of it. I don't need to fix the image. I don't need to explain it into being. I don't need to make it make sense. I am the source of the image. I am the league itself. That's who you are. The version of you standing beside whatever person you are imagining already exists. You are embodying the identity for whom and through whom it naturally unfolds perfectly, is happening perfectly, and will continuously happen perfectly, because that's who you choose to be. The version of yourself that is endlessly chosen, that knows themselves as awareness, that is the kingdom and experiencing that which has already been added onto them. And the only thing that ever gets asked in your own mind is how. That's the mind trying to control what it's already looking at as done. You can ask how with the curiosity, oh, that's a fun desire. I wonder how that unfolds. Because you are embodying it now. It's kind of that ask-formation idea. It's like, oh, wouldn't that be fun? Because you are now saying it exists. Wouldn't it be a fun unfolding for this desire? Number 5, global worldview. Maybe the scene changes, the desire changes, maybe it expands a little bit. Maybe one of the subscribers actually pointed this bit out, where they have a desire to move to another country. But they weren't imagining themselves as it because their specific person doesn't have enough money to travel with them. Understand this. You are already in that other country. Your desire is an indication of it. You don't have to wait for anybody to reflect any amount of money for you to imagine whatever it is you are already being in awareness. So the other city, the other country, that version of that same specific person is already with you wherever you decide to imagine yourself in and as. You don't have to carry them with you. Everything unfolds naturally. You don't unfold reality for them. You don't even unfold reality for your specific physical self, because it's a different physical self who exists in your awareness wherever it is you are imagining yourself as. Same face, or a slightly different face maybe, but same awareness. Or even different faces, same awareness. Again, the thoughts appear. How? Why? Really? Can I? Yes. And again, stop trying to justify it. Because your knowing of the scene means it's already existing. You don't have to wait for someone to approve it. You are the one approving it. And why would you want to give anybody else, not permission, power? Why would you want to give anybody power over you and what it is you are imagining? And Jesus told the Romans, you have no power over me unless it was given from above. But he is the only person that gives that power from above to himself. because he knows as awareness that his physical self has no power to do anything, much like any physical self has any power to do anything to you. As awareness, it is simply your awareness and nothing can be outside of it. No one is out of your league. Doubt, comparison, reasoning are all happening within the same consciousness that imagined the desire in the first place. So you let it exist. You don't fix the noise, you just see through it. As in, you don't fix the 3D, you see into the underlying cause of it. By realizing what you are seeing as is the underlying cause of it. You return to that simple truth. I am awareness of all of it. I am the source of what I experience. Therefore, I am the league. Number 6, lastly, be still and know that you are God. The still knowing. No, nothing is missing. You knowing that, hey, there's no reason to wait for permission from circumstances. Circumstances can't give you permission. Even if it gave you permission, it still isn't permission. Genuinely, right? If you got an email that says, hey, I give you permission to do this, it's not permission. It's not evidence. It's never going to be evidence. It's only a reflection of who you are. It comes from you first. The appearances in other people don't allow you to do anything. You can be anywhere, experience anything as any version of yourself right now. I don't care what it is. You are not bound by any limitation whatsoever in your imagination to experience yourself as you simply desire to be. Everything rearranges itself to match who you are being aware of as yourself right now. So you can't be out of your league. You can only be out of your mind in knowing that no matter what is in my mind, no matter what is in my league, it's all in my awareness. When you are the one that defines the field, you're the one that created it. Even if you bring someone out of your league, you're the one doing that. So stop trying to justify the image. Be the image. Live the knowing. Embody that identity. Be still and know that you are already God. This is one of my favorite videos that I've ever done, frankly. I don't know why, it just feels amazing. I love it. Out of my league. I am the league. Thank you for the questions. A couple of people reached out for similar questions, and I wanted to add my own little insight on it as well. So thank you for that. Much love, much light. Thank you for the liking. Thank you for the sharing. Thank you for the joining. Thank you for the subscribing. Thank you for the coming onto the TikTok page. Thank you for joining the Facebook page. Thank you for being here. Love and light to you all, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.